Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-Unlimited, historic New Jersey airport challenges township zoning rules. Tecnam launches next-gen P2008JC trainer. Spirit Airlines gets a $50 million lifeline. Welcome to Airborne Unlimited. I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Historic New Jersey airport challenges township zoning rules. The owners of Solberg-Hunterdon Airport, N51, have taken their dispute with local officials to court, arguing that a newly adopted zoning procedure by Readington Township is designed to quietly suffocate airport operations, not just regulate them. The lawsuit claims the measure would prevent modernization and eventually make the family-run field economically unsustainable. The complaint targets an air safety zone imposed around the 744-acre airport property. While these zones are required under state law, Solberg Aviation Company argues the township's version goes well beyond safety concerns and instead blocks routine improvements necessary to keep the airport functional. Solberg Airport traces back to 1941, when it was founded by aviation pioneer Thor Solberg. Now, almost a century later, the airport remains under the Solberg family's control as a low-key GA facility with 3 runways serving small aircraft. It's now updating its airport master plan for the first time since 1997, reigniting long-standing tensions with nearby NIMBY residents. The biggest complaint from homeowners who were not there when the airport was built is the poorly conceived concept that modernization signals a shift toward jet traffic and commercial operations, similar to those at busier North Jersey airports. According to the lawsuit, the township's ordinance prohibits facilities such as fuel storage, warehouses, heliports, and infrastructure for emerging technologies, like electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. It also restricts new construction and places proposed changes under local planning board approval. After the break, Army Helos rescue 18 people from central Washington floodwaters.
Meet the first of a new generation of the M-Class family. The M700 Fury. An aircraft worthy of the name, an indomitable force. The M700 Fury transcends traditional limits. With more power, blistering performance, a finely appointed interior, and the luxury of what matters most. Time. Experience the Fury. Join the legacy.
The legendary BD4C program is building an exciting future for those who want a rugged 4-seat family flyer with a proven history. The SureWings program produces a complete kit and builder assist program that gives you everything you need to be flying a BD4CS in record time. For conventional kit builders, BD Aviation has parts, partial kits, and full kits for the 190-mile-per-hour BD4C that has logged thousands of hours. Visit surewings.com and bdaviation.com for more detail.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Army Helos rescue 18 people from central Washington floodwaters. U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopters rescued 18 people from the Yakima and Natchez rivers in central Washington on December 9th, as heavy rains hit the Cascade Mountains and caused the river levels to rise significantly. Captain Jeremiah Stilley of the Yakima Fire Department said that 2 of the rescued were homeless individuals who were trapped when their campsite on a shoal in the Yakima River became an island as the waters rose. The Army Black Hawks were deployed from the Yakima Training Center by coordination through the U.S. Air Force Rescue Coordination Center at Tyndall AFB in Florida. House clears path for stadiums to fight drone presence. The U.S. House of Representatives has given the green light to legislation aimed at closing a long-standing gap in airspace security over large stadiums. The bill would allow state and local law enforcement to disable unauthorized drones during games and other major events. Currently, only select high-profile events like the Super Bowl and certain international finals are granted on-site federal law enforcement support with the legal authority to take down rogue drones. The drones have become persistent and disruptive threats to leagues across the country. Hartzell offers new Sky-Tec lightweight starter lineup. Hartzell Engine Tech announced the expansion of its leading Sky-Tec brand with the new line of lightweight engine starters designed for experimental and home-built aircraft with 12-volt electrical systems. The new series of starters are designated the XP line and will be available through Hartzell Engine Tech's global distribution network in the first quarter of 2026. Expected to retail under $1,000, the new starters offer a high-value solution for owners of experimental aircraft and builders looking for quality, affordability, and performance. Robinson R66 MIL fleet exceeds 2,300 hours in 7 months. Robinson Helicopter Company announced that in the course of just 7 months, its combined fleet of 6 R66 helicopters has accumulated more than 2,300 flight hours, for an average of roughly 55 hours per aircraft per month. The R66 is in the running along with multiple bids for the Flight School Next program of the U.S. Army's initiative to modernize helicopter pilot training by focusing on real-world scenarios to build the skills necessary to prepare aviators faster and more effectively for the future needs of the Army. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Tecnam launches next-gen P2008JC trainer. Tecnam has introduced the P2008JC NG, a much-anticipated update to its two-seat training aircraft, now certified under EASA CS-23 standards. The variant replaces the earlier certification basis with CS-23 Amendment 6, applying current airworthiness requirements to a long-standing design. Certification under CS-23 places the P2008JC NG within the most rigorous safety framework for GA aircraft, addressing areas like structural performance and low-speed handling. Tecnam says the update improves safety margins during the types of operations most common in flight training, where aircraft spend more time running laps in the pattern than cruising efficiently at altitude. The aircraft is powered by the Rotax 912 ISC fuel-injected engine, cutting fuel consumption to approximately 14 liters per hour and spreading approval across multiple fuel types. The switch centers on more consistent engine management and lessened reliance on 100 LL. Structurally, the P2008JC NG keeps Tecnam's hybrid airframe layout rather than committing to a fully composite or all-metal design. The fuselage is carbon fiber, while the wings and stabilator remain metal. Tecnam describes the arrangement as a balance between aerodynamic efficiency, cabin space, and day-to-day durability needed in a training environment. After these messages, Spirit Airlines gets a $50 million lifeline.
I'm currently using the Hartzell Talon, by far the best aerobatic propeller ever come out.
I use the Trailblazer. It adds performance to the Super Decathlon and dependability, and it's rugged.
Hartzell's been an excellent partner for Whip Air, just in terms of your product support as well as keeping an eye on the market and developing new products that meet demand.
It's helping us all have better performing airplanes.
It's such a proud honor to fly behind that propeller.
Welcome back. Spirit Airlines gets a $50 million lifeline. Spirit Airlines has managed to scrape in an immediate $50 million boost through its debtor-in-possession financing agreement, providing short-term liquidity as it continues another restructuring under Chapter 11 protection. The funds became available on December 15th, ironically the same day much of the industry thought Spirit was going dark for good. The payment is the first half of the $100 million that remains in Spirit's full DIP package. The original $475 million amount was approved by a U.S. bankruptcy court in October. Earlier tranches include $200 million available immediately and a $75 million release in November, which was tied to liquidity thresholds and completion of labor-related conditions. Each successive drawdown has come with tighter benchmarks as creditor caution rises. An additional $50 million from the third tranche remains contingent on, quote, further progress on a standalone plan of reorganization or a strategic transaction, end quote, meaning a merger or acquisition deal is on the table if Spirit chooses not to fight bankruptcy alone. Spirit entered Chapter 11 proceedings for a second time in August after previously restructuring earlier in the year. Since then, the carrier has reduced capacity, exited select markets, and furloughed pilots as part of broader cost-cutting measures. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.